and Congress. Gay Congressman George Santos' troubles increase as allegations surface he was drag queen Kitara in Brazil. According to the news article written by Marisa Kabas on the Substack site The Handbasket, George Santos, who's reportedly gone by a number of aliases in his truth-challenged past, appears to be depicted in a photo in a drag costume from 2008. The latest look in Santos' younger years was revealed to Kabas by Eula Rochard, a drag queen in Brazil and former friend of Santos. Santos and Rochard met when Rochard was allegedly an established drag queen in a Brazilian city close to Rio. The freshman congressman became a national punchline last year after he was caught in a series of lies about his college education, employment history, Jewish heritage, and other tall tales that just keep tallying up. We'll add this one. The personal story that he campaigned on was largely disproven shortly before his term in office was about to begin after a bombshell report in the New York Times. The lawmaker's long list of lies and his questionable campaign financing are under investigation by local, state, and federal officials, while prosecutors in Brazil have reopened a fraud case against him from back in 2008. Rochard said she saw Santos on Brazilian television recently and messaged her friends from when she knew Santos that she thought it was him. When her friends doubted her, she found the old photo and posted it on Instagram. She told Kabas, quote, "The picture was taken in 2008 at the Pride Parade in Brazil. George had disappeared for a little while and then returned to Brazil with a lot of money, and that was about the time when the picture was taken," end quote. In a tweet this morning, Santos denies these allegations, writing, quote, "The most recent obsession of the media claiming that I am a drag queen or performed as a drag queen is categorically false. The media continues to make outrageous claims about my life while I am working to deliver results. I will not be distracted nor fazed by this," end quote. Oh, so much to unpack here. First, if we needed another reminder to our young viewers, the internet is forever. Nothing ever goes away. This is like at the advent of smartphones. We just had those grainy little cell phone cameras.
Some of those look like scanned Polaroids, so it's not just the internet. Those pictures are everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That picture looked like it was digitized for sure. They're like, I found it. Clink. Let me take another picture of it and repost it.
Well, let me ask this question. Does it matter?
Does it matter? Yes, it matters.
But why?
I think it matters because he is queer, and there is a lot of talk about drag being dangerous now, and they're trying to control drag shows. I think it's just that crazy thing that's it's crazy that this is happening to him, and that he they're calling him a drag queen, and there's a picture of him in drag, or allegedly. If you look at the pictures, it does look like him, the teeth, the mouth. I mean, I'm not a picture, detective or whatever, but I think it matters a lot because of his hypocrisy. It matters to both sides. It matters to the liberals because he's a hypocrite, and it matters to the Republicans because how dare you do drag, if we're trying to come down with drag, right?
I think the context really adds a lot because the Republican Party right now is going very strongly after the LGBT community, particularly drag performers and trans people.
Yes.
Without that context, I mean, the fact that he was in drag, no, that's not a big deal. Drag is a wonderful art form, and frankly, drag queens are defending our democracy right now.
Yeah.
So,
if he's a Democrat, he'd get more votes. You know?
So, I think the context matters a lot. But I do want to say that I think it's really good that he came out and addressed this right away because these kinds of stories tend to drag on.
See what he did there? Yes.
If thought we had popcorn, y'all would throw it at me.
Yeah.
I think the major problem here is that his story. I mean, we don't know what the truth is with this guy, and his constituencies elected this person that they don't even know, quite frankly. And he now will be able to work in Congress. He'll be able to help pass legislation. The House of Representatives is probably one of the most powerful, entities that we have because they control the power of the purse. So it does matter in the sense that we just don't know who this person is. And increasingly every day we're finding out new details about him. Look what's happening down in Brazil where they have charges and they think about re-prosecuting him. I mean, we just need to know who he is, and he just needs to come clean and say, this is who I am. And I think we both would embrace on both sides, whether they're the right or the left. The right embrace them for the wrong reasons, of course, but we'll let them have their reasons. But I think the left would embrace them because, hey, you're gay. We're all about equality. We're all about people expressing themselves and being themselves. So I think both sides will, embrace him. He just needs to be real with who he is. And that's why it really matters.
Yes, I believe it does matter, but we need to be careful in the context that we address this, primarily for our young viewers, for our young constituents, because we need to say that, okay, just because he did drag is not why we're upset at him or we're calling for him to resign. He has lied about many, much more substantial things on his resume, his past. He is under indictment or under investigation by 2 different world governments right now. It's also important that we say that we expect the truth from our politicians.
Yeah.
God bless the New York Times for bringing this to our attention, but why wasn't this out on November 1st instead of December 10th or whenever it was published? It came about 6 weeks too late. And thirdly, we just need to remember to keep calm and to remind people that Congress is a very serious job, but we cannot lose our minds over something like drag, because as you said, it is absolutely an art. And of course, the Republicans are going to keep him as long as they can for this Congress because they only have 5 votes to lose. And if they flip that seat in a special election, they'll be down to 4 seats. So I don't look for him to be forced out unless, of course, he is possibly federal and goes under federal indictment.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Lara are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.